Here with Festool drills.
That's right.
But before we get into Festool drills, what is Festool?
Festool is actually a tool line manufacturer in Germany.
Right, okay.
Fairly new to the U.S.
Right.
Very long-standing tool in Europe.
Yeah, I think the U.S. is one of the last one of the last countries that Festool has attempted to come into.
And that was because of
UL. Yeah, UL is tough over here.
And Festool makes a whole line of tools, a lot which are not even in the U.S. yet, but they're most common, or the most common tools used in this market are presently here. Of those tools, and one of the most common tools just in every household in America, let alone in the professional arena, is a drill.
Right.
So we have actually two great drills here from Festool, both of which are absolutely fantastic in my opinion. One is a D handle,
right,
which is a 12-volt tool. And then we also have the T handle, which is available as a 12 and a 15 volt.
This is a more common style, I think, isn't it?
Correct.
This is kind of new. I never saw a tool like this until we started selling the Festool line through specialty tools.
Is that so you don't hit your knuckles?
No, it's not. Yeah, well, actually it is. But that's for us handicapped guys. So.
For what? Nobody knows. It's there to hold your bits. Look at that.
This actually holds the bits.
That's right.
Yeah, this does. When you slip, it stops you from hitting your knuckles.
That's it. So this is a fighting.
Okay.
Fighting.
So tell us about the drills.
Okay.
We've only got a half hour.
There we go. A couple features about the drill. I mean, they have the features that most people have come to accept standard about the drills. They have simple detachable batteries. Every drill comes with 2 batteries and a rapid charger. This holds bits here above the battery base. The D handle holds them on the front. They have an adjustable chuck. So there's your adjustment for that. It is 2-speed, slow, and high speed. The slow is 0 to 400 RPM.
Okay.
The high speed operation is 0 to 1500 RPM.
Okay. I'm glad you took notes. I'd never remember that.
The thing that I'll tell you that I really love about these drills is this. You can buy one Festool drill, and it's actually many. This is, of course, is the simple Jacob style chuck.
Right, keyless, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
This right here, and especially a lot of guys in the cabinet shop environment, this is right angle. And it just will take and lock right on in 15-degree increments.
Right.
So you can take and you can lock this thing in at...
Now, you can put this on there as well?
You certainly could.
Okay. So if you wanted to actually drill from there, that could go on there and you could put
correct.
it in there.
Or,
great.
what's great about these tools is you also have this small attachable.
I've never seen that before in any other tool. Is that proprietary to Festool?
That I believe is.
Okay.
And the great thing about this is it's a small, simple chuck. And it's not like the Jacobs, because what's great about this is on this particular piece, see how long the stem is? What that allows it to do is to travel all the way through, coming out the back side, and it locks directly into the spindle. So there's no possibility, if you're using this, for it to slip, whether it's a drill bit like John has right now.
And Festool carries a full line of drill bits, and these are proprietary as well. I don't think you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot or one of the other stores and buy something like this. So, but they do come in sets, and they have all different types of attachments that fit into it. I think that's called a Centrotech?
Yes.
Centrotech chuck.
And so once again, it positively locks into the spindle. Not just there, but also, once again, I can attach it right to there, pull this back, and this is locked into the spindle there, so that will never slip.
Right. You know what else you can do? This comes out of here, and you can put this right into here without a chuck. And I know this because I had to do some work inside a 9-inch cabinet, and I was able to get that in and put it in without using a right angle or anything. I had it straight, which was really cool.
But the other thing that's cool about this now is not only can you use a Jacob style chuck and a right angle chuck, but you've got another chuck that I think people would be fascinated to
This
see.
is called an eccentric chuck, and in most instances you really would never use it. But when you need it, it's great to have. It allows you to put screws in and take them out right next to a wall line. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this in, all right? Now, with that chuck, with this chuck here, you'd never be able to, well, I guess you can here, but I'm not down far enough. But in normal instances, you wouldn't be able to get down there. You'd be down at an angle. So with this, you can drive it in all the way down. This doesn't hold that very well, though, does it?
It's not magnetic,
No, it's not.
unfortunately.
Okay, so I can go right down. All right, so if I put that in down there, now if you tried to get that out with a normal, you're just gonna spin it on there.
Because
So
you
that's
can't
really
get
nice.
straight into it.
Right, and you can also turn this like that, the same as these.
The 50, and the great thing about that is you're always working with the weight of the battery down. You don't have to twist the drill at odd angles to get it into a spot.
What do you mean? No, say that again.
Well, for a cabinet guy, let's say he's got to get up to a cabinet wall, and we get this locked in, and the cabinet wall is a right side cabinet. He can go with the battery weight straight down, as opposed to if this only set in one position, you might have to try to get the tool like this or like this,
Gotcha.
which you won't
Okay.
get in that way.
Yeah, hadn't really
I
thought
can
about
go
that.
right in straight in this way, and the same thing. I can drop this down in 15-degree increments all the way around like a clock face. So you can move the spindle anywhere
Right.
you want on the clock face and set it. So it makes using the tool easy with the weight all the way down.
We have a question from Steve in Des Moines. His question is which is better, the D handle or the T handle? And really, it's just a matter of preference. That's all. I like this one myself. It's small, it's compact, it's got, well, it's a little bit less power. This one is how many volts?
That's only a 12 volt. So if you want more for the tradesmen, they would probably stick with the 15 volt because they're going to want more power. But certainly for the home hobbyist, the homeowner, or a guy that's just looking for a backup light duty drill,
Homeowner, definitely.
that would definitely work without any
Actually, I gave my wife one of these for Christmas. She has an interior design business, and she uses it all the time. It's nice, it's lightweight, it's easier for her to handle. How quickly do the batteries charge?
There's a great thing about it. It's a 15-minute charge, dead to full.
Okay.
And that is something that's very unusual. Most batteries are 30 minutes an hour.
Okay.
Some even overnight. But this is a very rapid charge, so it's great.
So in most instances, you're going to be able to use a battery while one's charging, and you're probably not going to wear the battery out before the next one is charged.
No, and that's important because something that a lot of people are always concerned about is how many screws can I drive? And certainly, I know we have some lags to show you how it'll drive that. Why don't you use the 12 volt and show them that even the 12 volt can drive a lag without any trouble.
I need a chuck. Can I have that chuck there?
The right here.
Yes. We had a second chuck here somewhere, didn't we?
There you are.
I thought we did. Maybe not.
But certainly the larger the piece that you're driving, whether it's a lag bolt versus a screw,
Now I'm going to go ahead and speed drill.
you're going to get less. You're going to get less with a lag bolt, less battery life or pieces driven than you would with a sheetrock screw. So it might be as few as, let's say, I believe it's 150 of a larger piece
Okay.
versus maybe a little over 1,000 of a smaller screw.
Well, it's really almost impossible to determine exactly how many because there's so many variables. But I guess the thing that really matters is the battery still good when you're done with the job, and that's all you need to know.
Or is the next battery ready?
All right, so that drives that. Now that doesn't go all the way down in there.
Okay.
Now with that one,
I
with the
believe you would
15
have.
volt?
Well, I have done it in trade shows, and that will drive pieces without any trouble at all. Now, lag bolt is a tough test,
Well, it is even with pre-drilling.
but that had
Oh
no
yeah, that
problem
drives
at
it
all.
right down. So let's do a new one without backing it in and out. Oh yeah,
There he is.
15 volt is definitely different. So for something like that, you can definitely see the difference between a 12 volt and a 15 volt and what you'd want to use. One more question there, and I'm going to let you field this one. I think it's the next one. This one's new coming up, but I saw.
Well, here's one. Well, Gregory in Springfield, Missouri had asked a question. Just to answer his question first is, why are best tools so expensive?
Everybody asks me that. Festool is, It's a German-made precision piece of equipment. It's got a 3-year warranty, which nobody in this industry has that I'm aware of. The tools themselves, the battery life is good. I should know, but I don't know what type of batteries they are. Have you?
They're NiCad.
Okay. The big thing is that with the ability to change from one tool to the next, you're actually getting multiple tools in one. So it's not like you have to go out and buy a right angle drill, buy a regular drill, and buy something special that can do this. So the package is expensive, there's no doubt about it. But I can tell you this, with all the Festool that I've sold since we've been selling it, I have never had anybody complain about the price after they've handled the tool and owned it. I would say, just a good guess is 90% of our customers that purchase one Festool tool keep buying the rest of the line.
I agree with
And
you 100%.
that's important.
I agree with you 100%. Next question. BP writes in and says, I've never found a D-handle drill to lack power as a cabinet installer, but I've never used a T-handle. Once again, this is not necessarily just a homeowner tool. This is certainly a professional tool. And for a cabinet installer, he's right. He's driving essentially a sheetrock, a small screw, a small shank screw.
It's not like you're framing barns with either
exactly.
one of these.
But this is a much heavier tool. This might be a tool that a guy would use if he was doing decks. And once again, he were driving lags as opposed to screws. Once again, the thing I'd really like to point out that I think is great about these drills is you buy one and it is 3 tools. And if you look at the cost of this versus buying 3 different drills, this actually turns out to be an incredible deal. And there are tools that offer 3-year warranties, but to my understanding, you have to buy those warranties. That
And I don't think they're commercial either. They're not for commercial use.
No.
Festool is a 3-year warranty for commercial use or residential.